I don't have it yet.
It's all right. It's all right. We are live. From what I hear, we live.
Yeah, we haven't.
So there we go. I got the notification.
I haven't got the notification yet, but
the turn up has started.
We want to appreciate y'all for joining us tonight, man. Urban City
got
Radio.
the turn up.
If you have not yet, download the Freethinkers Radio app.
You heard that.
It's free.
99.
Freethinkers Radio. Download the app to your phone. It is free.
Yeah, it's free.
And you are able to watch Urban City Radio.
Yeah. You're able to watch it on live.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
listen.
no,
listen.
you're good.
You can watch
You're
it
right.
here.
You can watch
You
it.
can watch
but you
it on
can go
Facebook.
to the app just to listen.
They can watch it on the app
Can
also.
they watch it on the
Yeah.
app?
They can watch it on the app also. Or subscribe to our YouTube page and they can watch it on
We're
there
on
too.
YouTube as
Yeah.
well.
And Periscope.
And Periscope.
And Periscope.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Yeah.
Ooh, Miss Siobhan's going to do my hair on Saturday. I cannot wait.
Ooh. Y'all wait till y'all see how her
If
hair
you
look.
wouldn't have said, ooh, girl, we would have been fighting on the
I would've jabbed
I would not be saying that.
But yeah, man, we're gonna have a good time tonight. We have Miss Vanessa Ashford. Vanessa, just to let you know what's so funny about that. My cousin is named Vanessa Ashford.
Wow.
You're kidding.
Yeah, and she lives in Charlotte. And my it's funny because I was like, she coming from Charlotte. My cousin ain't tell me that. She gonna be on a radio show. But yeah, but it's funny. We have Miss Vanessa Ashford from,
He said we got 1 minute.
Oh, okay, from the Blind Spot Arts Foundation.
Not Spark.
I said Spot.
It's all right. It's all right.
And Miss Yvonne from the House of Designs.
Yvonne's House of Design.
Yvonne's House of Designs. That just sound good. Just got a ring to it. So we want to thank y'all for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
Every week, 8 p.m. Wednesday night, join us. Facebook Live, Freethinkers Radio app live, YouTube Live, Periscope. We're live.
We're just live.
We're live
everywhere.
We all out there.
everywhere.
We're everywhere. So we want to thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for joining the show. Thank you, Tina, for inviting them.
She did that.
Was I supposed to say boot up?
Really? Why I gotta sound like
Why
that?
I gotta sound like that though?
Gracious. And Jay and myself are just here. We are here to have.
We just here.
We just.
You know why we here.
Masculinity on the show. That's all. You know.
Where the cookies and stuff.
Oh snap. That's not why I'm here.
4, 3, 2. Bow, bow, bow. Beep, 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 beep. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Jay Will, and you are now tuned in to another episode of Urban City Radio, where we bring you the sounds of boots on the ground. Boot up.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Ice.
And it's your girl, Tina.
All right.
There you go. You getting in there. You getting the hang of it.
I'm getting it. I'm getting
I
it.
still kind of like how Jay just brings it in. And welcome our beautiful co-host, Miss. Go ahead, tell him your name. I don't know why. I don't know why he hesitates to say it.
I don't know. All you
it's
got
all
to do is
good.
say Tina.
Yeah. Tell him why we do the show, Jay.
Man, the reason we do this show, we believe there is a resurgence of believers being called back to the city to proclaim the gospel of Jesus Christ. And we want to highlight the usage of Christian hip-hop and Christian urban music in the process. Boot up.
Boot up. So tonight we have a great show going on here for you. You have Miss Vanessa Ashford from the Blind Spot Arts Foundation and Miss Yvonne. Miss Yvonne. I'm gonna say Yvonne. I'm gonna get it right. But by the end of the show, I'm gonna say Yvonne. Is that right?
Yes.
Yvonne from the House. It's Yvonne of House of Designs.
You almost got it, Ice.
You know, I'm gonna get it right sooner or
You're
later.
gonna get
Yvonne's
it.
House of Design.
Yvonne's
There you go.
House of Designs.
She said it with such a better ring.
She did.
Yvonne's House of Design.
But this is Urban City Radio, where we bring you sounds of boots on the ground. Boot up.
Boot up.
I just let y'all ride with it.
Why? But it has to do it now. You have to
Okay,
do
go
it. Do the
ahead.
show.
Go ahead. Do
No,
it.
it's too late now. We did it. We'll do it again.
It's all right. It's all right. We're going to just find places to put you
Just put it
in.
in.
All right.
Yo, what's going on, AC? I see you watching.
Sarah, what's going on?
Sarah, what's going on, sis? It's good to see you. It's good to see you. Share this with your friends. Invite people to go like that Facebook Live page.
Yes.
Freethinkers Radio, Urban City Radio. And yeah,
Download the app.
download the app.
Download the app to your phone, please.
Absolutely.
Please.
Freethinkers Radio.
Freethinkers Radio, and it is free.
It is free.
It is
It
free.
does start out with free.
Yeah, it
It's
does.
free.
Yeah, it is free. And no ads.
No ads.
No ads.
No ads.
No ads.
But we're working on that. So if you want to be an ad,
There you go.
bring it on in. Bring it
Let us
on
know,
in.
let
Tell
us
us
know.
how you want to promote your business.
And
We'd be happy to help you out with that.
So if you're watching Facebook Live and you see that nice Urban City Radio banner, basically your banner can be up there with ours.
That's it.
So hit us up.
All right.
That's it.
So in the beginning, our first segment, we're going to talk about the importance of volunteers. And we're going to really have a good conversation about that. I know Tina has
A lot to say, ain't it?
She does. She's going to have a lot to say tonight because we kind of talked about it a little bit last night. And she went in a little bit last night, but we have some other folks with us. So I know it's going to be even better than what I had last night. So it's going to be fun. So, so if you're ready to have a great time.
Tina. That's what we're gonna do the whole time.
She did that.
She did that.
THAT.
Are y'all done?
No, not yet.
Okay.
No,
One time?
we got an hour.
Oh, it's actually 57 minutes, but yeah.
Close enough.
Anyway, so
All right. Let's get it.
gold caskets, man. Shouts out to the boy Chris Darnell.
And we're back, Urban City Radio. Boot up, Ice. What we talk about tonight, man?
Well, right now we're going to talk about the importance of volunteers, something that is needed for our nonprofit organizations, and basically, they would not run. It would run, but how effective are volunteers for the nonprofits?
Volunteers are one of the key components to nonprofits or any type of, especially events as well. Without volunteers, it's kind of more of a lot more work on those that are on staff, but with volunteers, they actually can help you do a lot. You know, they can help you set up, they can help answer the phone, they can help with admin stuff. And there's lots of people out there that love to volunteer. So that makes it even better when they have a place that they can go and do the things that they like to do, which is helping others.
So pretty much volunteers play a major role in a nonprofit organization.
I believe that they do. Yes.
Why you believe that? Tell me why you believe that. You know I was going to tell you. You know I was going to ask you.
So like this Saturday, there's an event, right?
Mm-hmm.
And of course, the executive director, you know, she's going to have her secretary or, you know, maybe there's a financial person or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But when you have volunteers, when you have about 5, 6, 7 people coming in to help you prepare for an event or to help build a house, you know, help answer the phones, help filing, things like that, it kind of helps things be on a daily basis be a little smoother. It doesn't feel like it's so stressful at times for those that are having to be there mandatory. So when you have volunteers, they come in and they're just like a breath of fresh air. They help you get organized sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So like your office could be full of files.
Okay.
A volunteer could come in and just help you get it straight. You
Get it
know,
organized.
so and get organized and just help you really get through the day. There are people who love to volunteer because that's just their heart.
They do. So I think that sounds like me.
So, ladies, how many volunteers do you have helping you with the things that you do right now? Any of y'all?
About 20.
20 volunteers. That's pretty good.
They are supposed to be there Saturday.
This is your notice. Be there.
If you're volunteering for the event on Saturday, please be there on
Please.
time.
What's the easiest way for volunteers like to really help out or get in contact with a lot of the nonprofits? Is it just like going to the website or just maybe calling somebody or just word of mouth?
A lot of times they can go to the website. You'll see like a big, something on the website that says volunteer if you're interested in volunteering. Or like say like Habitat for Humanity, when they get ready to build houses, if they're on WOTX or something like that, they'll announce that we are taking volunteers. Majority of the time when you go to a website, again, you'll see where it says, if you would like to volunteer, please click here. Or if, like Miss Vanessa, if she gets on here and she says, hey, we need about 3 more volunteers. Radio, Miss Siobhan, if she's sitting in the shop, if she's working in the shop, and some people come in and she say, Tina, I need you to help. I got this event coming up. I need you to help volunteer that day. So it's just how the communication gets out there, whether it's through newspaper, through TV, through radio, word of mouth, friends calling friends saying, hey, guess what? I'm volunteering at such and such. You want to come? So, that's how they find out.
All right, so talk about the importance of it. Like, if there are any volunteers, would a nonprofit actually function? What function is it possible for a nonprofit to function, or anyone to function without any volunteers?
Volunteers are always so important because in the workplace, if the leaders are doing things, sometimes we need those volunteers to come in and pull up the slack. And a lot of times people want to volunteer, they just don't know how to or want to be involved in organizations but don't have their own nonprofits. So a lot of times we put information out that something's going on. It's amazing that people will come out and say, oh, I'm going to donate this for you, I'm going to do this. Because a lot of times people don't always want to be front and center, but they want to be a part. So they'll either give their services anonymously or they'll give us monies or whatever it is we really need to do. And it makes a big difference because sometimes some of these newer nonprofits might only have 1 or 2 people that are trying to get them off the ground. And you have a volunteer come in, you got 20 people coming in, pulling. They're like, oh, I'll do that there. I can do this here. I can do that there. It's amazing. And then what's happening a lot of times, these organizations get built bigger and bigger because then they get a larger following.
So it's kind of like the pastor and the preachers. So you have the pastor of the church, but you have preachers in the church who are supposed to be kind of pulling the weight along, right?
Yes.
So if you're not leading a certain way, how does your volunteers respond to your leadership? How about that? That's how are they responding to you leading them or telling them what to do?
Well, you lead by example.
That's
You
right.
can't be do as I say, not as I do. And people always see that. If they see you out there doing the hustle and you see you popping up here doing stuff, popping up there, this by nature, because you got a lot of shiesty people out there.
Yeah.
They're just looking to do something, but you got a lot of legitimate people. And it's sad because sometimes legitimate people get kind of lost in the sauce because there's so many other people out there. So when you're doing it and they see you out there doing it and you're on the corners and doing things, then they start saying, okay, this is positive. This is cool. Let me go on about this here. So
Pulling that back up, because like I know for me, because like I do short films, and this recent short film that I had, there was a few people that just volunteered, and I know like without them, things would not have went as smoothly as far as like auditions and getting people in. So basically, one volunteer can bring maybe 10, because it's like having that one person that's just able to, that knows somebody, and then maybe a volunteer that like you said doesn't want to be in the limelight or be out front, just have that money, the funding for an event, which is really needed. Donors are needed as well as volunteers.
If not more.
Yes, definitely.
So not only volunteering and being out there just helping out and help building things or being able to put an event together, but those that has the funding to help put the event together.
Sponsors are very important.
Okay, so when we talk about sponsors, is it like partnering with other nonprofits or other people, or just based? Because I know when we put a sponsorship out there, someone maybe either pays to be on a card or on the flyer or on the event, So is that how does that work? Because some people may not don't really know how to put it together.
Right. You can have a sponsor and you also can have an underwriter. For instance, the underwriter might say, for instance, with our event that we're having Saturday, they might say, well, we want to pay for the banquet food. And we'll underwrite that, and that means they just pay for it.
Okay.
Or you could just have a sponsor. For instance, we have a young lady that she's a sponsor, Dr. Cameo Green, and she was our media sponsor to put it on Glory Communications.
Okay.
She said, that's what I want to do, and those funds I'll volunteer for that. So there are different types of sponsorships and different levels, and there's also the underwriting, because some people can underwrite an entire event. They might say, well, just give us a proposal and we'll just take care of all of it.
All right, so for those that are watching, what is the difference between a sponsor and an underwriter? Because some people may not know the difference.
An underwriter undertakes the cost of the event itself or the program that you're having. So the monies are totally different as far as dollars. A sponsor is, I'll give you for an example, someone that might buy one or two tables at an event. And, they just allocate those funds, for people they know or, as a group, we'll just come to the event and we'll just sponsor that table. So we basically are purchasing that table for the night, which is normally 8 to 10 seats. But an underwriter, the cost, what they donate, it's a substantial difference than a sponsor itself in the dollar amount.
Okay. So
underwriter says, I underwrite this event. That means I give you the legs to stand on, basically.
Okay.
So I heard y'all say there's some shiesty people out there, and I mean even from the underwriting standpoint, people that's trying to sponsor, because they might be trying to put money behind it for a certain purpose. How do you kind of vet out who's the good people and who's the bad people? Like how do you vet out who you work with?
Well, basically, what you do if someone wants to sponsor an event or underwrite an event, you have to see or know who that person is, number one. What they intend to do, you have a packet that you present to them and say a proposal, or you can have a sponsorship packet and you let them know what you need, what you're requesting. And they in turn will respond to what that is. And you'll be able to come together, have a common goal, and come together. And you can normally weed out, normally people don't step up to be underwriters or sponsors.
No, they normally don't.
Unless they're about business.
Exactly, yeah.
And you usually can tell who's about business.
Versus just want a shout out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other than people that just want to basically get information so maybe they can use it for what they're doing.
Exactly.
So you have to, that's when your business sense
kicks in.
right. And you'll be able to know because you'll have all kind of little sensors, But when it comes to business, an underwriter, they're about business. And that's when your leadership of your nonprofit comes into play because they have to be aware of, who they're engaging with as far as, this transaction or whatever's going on, the intent of that person. So you have to be very careful with that. Because some people, their intent might be just to get information so we can use it over here, and they're not thinking about what your organization is about and what you're trying to do in the community.
Right.
Or they might put a different spin on it, and then what your intention is actually is not, they're not addressing that at all. They're taking a little bit of it, and then they're putting a spin on it, and it's totally different than what your intent is. So you have to be insightful, and God will show you if you pray. He'll show you which way He wants you to go with that.
That's right.
Right. Well, we'll be right back. Urban City Radio. Boot up.
Boot up.
She did that.
There you go.
Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you.
She had to get the tag in right there.
I had to get it right at that point.
At the right point.
Yes.
Shouts out to y'all that are watching on Facebook Live. My
Yes.
cousin, what's up, Kim?
We hope you can hear us. We got a couple of people saying that they couldn't hear.
Yeah, if
so
y'all could just talk into the mic.
talking to the mic.
Yeah, talking to the mic. You too, Tina, because you're
Shout
far
out to
away.
Pink
from it.
Pearls. Well, can I just go like this?
Yeah, because the mic, the front of the mic is right there.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, she see?
Christopher, what's going on,
If I
man?
got it.
Shep, what's going on? There go my baby. Hey, baby. Hey, Crystal. I see you. What's going on, girl? See, Kim Young. That's your family, right?
Yeah, that's my cousin.
Okay. Yeah.
That's my cousin.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, we got to shout out you for real. We got some things that we got to get to with Walmart.
Say Walmart.
Walmart, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. We need to talk to you for real then.
Yeah, cousin, we got you.
Absolutely.
She already knows business. I called her last week.
Oh, well.
Well, yeah, we ain't playing no games right
There
here.
you go.
We playing no games right here. We want to put everybody on things, yeah. But
Everybody.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Tina, what you doing?
Nothing.
Tina be messing with stuff.
I don't know. I'm just
not.
messing with her. I'm just messing with Tina. I ain't seen her in about 2 weeks.
You just saw me this couple. Like,
Okay, I seen you Monday, but before
He ain't-
Monday, I
he
ain't
ain't
seen
work with
in
you
about 2
Monday.
weeks. I didn't work with you Monday,
oh,
and I ain't seen you the week before that.
Matter of fact, Tina,
but
you bring us in. I saw the look on her face just now, like,
Shep. Hey, Shep.
when?
Chuck, what's going on?
Bring us back in when?
Okay.
You look over there. You see that?
Oh, now?
It's a lot of static going on.
It wasn't a minute ago, though.
Let's see what's going on.
And go.
And we're back to Urban City Radio.
Oh, she wasn't ready.
She wasn't ready.
No, because I was talking to.
It's all right. It's not your fault, Tina. It's
All
not your
right.
fault. Jay just put you on the spot. But welcome back to Urban City Radio. If you're not catching us live on Facebook, please join us every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Facebook Live. It goes down behind the scenes. It really does.
100.
Run, honey.
100.
She said 100.
She said it real properly.
100.
I ain't heard no 100.
You ain't heard it because you in the LR. But anyway,
And we're starting this today, huh?
but we are back.
All right,
and
let's get it.
We have Miss Vanessa Ashford here from the Blind Spot Arts Foundation. Tell us about the
Miss
Blind.
Vanessa.
Tell us about the Blind Spots Art Foundation.
Thank you so much first for having me here this evening.
Glad to have you.
Blind Spot Art Foundation is a nonprofit that is located in Columbia, South Carolina. We are a 501c3 public charity, and we empower disadvantaged and at-risk youth, women, victims of domestic violence, and underrepresented residents within the local community to maintain better health and wellness through blind spot art for healing.
Okay.
That's amazing.
Word.
So how does Blind Spot Arts work? The foundation.
The foundation, we have blind spot art programs, and blind spot art, in case people don't know what that is, it's a type of healing art, inner healing. What a blind spot is an inaccurate perception of one's self, situation, or circumstance. And the art, I designed this new type of art in 2007. The good Lord gave me that vision of a new type of art that I would be designing, and I would help people with inner healing and better health and wellness. Because a lot of times people might have a certain situation or hurt that's so deeply embedded inside that they might not talk about, because everybody doesn't talk about things that affect them.
Right.
So through the blind spot art, it's a process that they utilize that kind of gets those emotions out, so they can start healing. So that's exactly what blind spot art is. So the Blind Spot Art Foundation, I started that because there are a lot of people that might not be able to afford it as far as the business, because it is a business, Blind Spot Art LLC. So I decided to start the Blind Spot Art Foundation to help some people that might be disadvantaged or not able to afford it, and sometimes that they might not have the resources to, to get better, I should say. Everybody can't afford an art therapist or a psychiatrist or a psychologist. But blind spot art is a vehicle that God, put into my heart to help others that normally wouldn't have any help.
Right. Okay. And the arts part, I know. Are they painting, or they're pulling from from music or dance? What is the arts part of the foundation itself?
They're painting. They use different type of art media. They might work with clay. They might paint. Music sometimes is a part of it. It depends on the different programs that they're in. But it's basically painting and using mixed media or clay. And, they pretty much the clients get to kind of choose what different media they work with. But they have a different types of media, I should say.
Okay,
that they work with.
so they express themselves through painting. With that, this is what I was telling you about the question I wanted to ask you earlier. What are they painting? Are they painting from what their feelings?
From
or
within, yes, yes. And they don't have to have skills, you know, you don't have to be a Picasso to do this. That's a wonderful thing about it. So it's what they're feeling from within. And with the programs, we have different workshops, and we address certain issues with the workshop. So if it's a female that has gone through domestic violence, you know, we'll address maybe a topic called fear, you know, or different topics. So they are able to, when I go into the workshop, we're able to talk about that topic and address the different issues, you know, the subtopics. And from there, they have a process where they can kind of express themselves through inner healing.
And you also work with youth.
Yes, I do.
The youth is it more so like the is it more so like high school students or at-risk youth? Is there an age range?
I normally work with 13 on up, but sometimes I find that a lot of times your young people they start or they encounter different emotional problems early in life. I can work with them too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, it is like a place where they could just pour out their heart.
Yes, yes. I'll give you a good example. I was at a school once. It was out of state, but I had a class of young ladies. I had 25 of them, and sometimes that happens. People will, you know, put a little bit more students that you know than you prefer. But you know, I worked with it that day. But I had a young lady after we finished our art lab. She got up to kind of express herself, and it was in a Muslim school, believe it or not.
Wow.
And she, I forget what the topic was that day, but she drew a picture of a house. And it was a beautiful house. Everything was so colorful. But in this particular window, I mean, it was light coming out the windows, but this particular window has a cage or a bar on it. And she was, you know, expressing herself. And the students, at first, they weren't paying attention, but, you know, I went ahead and, you know, talked about, you know, how we respect everyone, no matter what. And she went on to say that she had been molested in the house by her mother's husband for years. And that the bars kind of, she felt trapped. And that's what the bars did, you know. So, of course, it was mind-blowing and shocking to everyone.
Right.
And, you know, that's a time when you have to call in the necessary authorities and, you know, the people to take care of that.
Get assistance.
But she had been holding that in for years. And it wasn't until she took this class that she began to express herself because she hadn't told anyone. She said she had tried to tell her mother, but her mother didn't really believe her. And because of her religion and, you know, her mother kind of not dealing with it, she had kept it all within.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it was really heavy.
Yeah, I see on your page how you say that the victims are usually known to be around people who take power from them, that take control and intimidate them.
Yes.
So you're
yes.
empowering these kids to kind of come back to you are powerful,
Right.
you are strong,
Right.
you are in control.
Yes.
How long does it usually take? How long does the process usually take for these kids to come back to that place?
It varies. Sometimes with 2 or 3 sessions or workshops, then they have worked through it, and then sometimes it takes a little bit longer depending on what has impacted them
Right.
and how long
It's been going on.
with them and what's been going on.
Okay, so tell us about the Midlands Women on the Move and also the Midlands Champions.
Yes, yes, glad to. The Midlands Women on the Move, they're ordinary women doing extraordinary things. And I started that because I'm an artist myself, and I was in the process of trying to. Sometimes I find different type of locations or venues to display my art. it might not be a museum or a gallery. In year 2009, I displayed some art in a bank down in the Vista. You know, so I'm known to kind of walk in and say, well, there's no art on this wall. Let me see who I need to talk to. So, so anyway, I was in the process of doing it again, and I was running into some roadblocks because, you know, a lot of times the people on the ground, I say, they don't make the decisions. So they might have to go higher up and higher up and higher up. So I was thinking, after I left the location, the venue that I was trying to display my art that day, I said, how many women are out there that have an accomplishment, achievement, a talent, or a gift that no one even knows about?
Right.
And then I said, probably a lot of them. And that's what kind of inspired me to start the Midlands Women on the Move, because sometimes just in me walking and, you know, interacting with people, and even if it's walking through the store, you might have a conversation with someone, or you're used to seeing that person over and over again. And so I started talking to them, and then I told them what I was trying to do, and that's how it got started, you know. And the Midlands Champions on the Move, this will be our first year, July 29th. We will be honoring the local men in the community, the adult males, high school seniors, special needs students, and adult males that have special needs.
Okay.
So I thought it was time, because a lot of times our men, they don't get honored or respected. And they are the backbone of the community, and they've been overlooked a lot. So I decided that we would go ahead and start a program or recognition for the men, and it's called the Midlands Champion on the Move, and they are what I call the Rocks of Gibraltar. So, so we're looking forward to that. To have an awards banquet for them July 29th at Hayward Career and Technology Center, 1 to 4 on a Saturday.
Okay, word. Well, we'll be back. Urban City Radio.
Boot up. You ain't gonna do it? She did that.
Oh, no.
There you go.
I'm sorry, she did that.
Since you ain't gonna throw your tag in there, I got you.
So do you kind of want to give an idea of who is going to be speaking this Saturday for Women on the Move?
Yes, Miss Jennifer Pinckney. She is the widow of the late Senator Clemente Pinckney of the Charleston Nine. She is going to be the speaker for the Midlands Women on the Move this Saturday, March the 18th, 1 to 4 at Hayward Career and Technology Center. And we're so happy to have her. And she's a beacon of strength for the community. And she, as we know, has been through a lot. That was such a tragedy for her and the other families.
Right.
Also, we have we have an honoree that is Miss Ann Simmons. And Miss Ann Simmons is the wife of Reverend Simmons, that was also a victim of the Charleston Nine. Wow. And she's one of our honorees. So we're so blessed and honored to have them both, along with all of our honorees, including Miss Tina Torres.
I know.
She did that.
She's always doing something.
Always every
doing
weekend.
Something. So we have a panel of exceptional women.
Yes,
Yes.
That I know are going to work together in the future.
Yeah.
yes.
Well, I know Tina, you're already working, but
You work with both of them.
So you just bring them both together.
Yeah.
Look at that, man. That's something. Like a new friendship gonna be sparked.
That's it. Link this up. Make this happen today.
We shall.
We will.
I think so much greatness is about to happen off of this event, and from the links that's going to happen from this event.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
'cause
what I'm excited
She's
about.
almost out of tickets too.
Yeah.
Word. Yeah.
Yes.
It's almost a
How
sold
many
out
got left?
event.
When we started the show, it was like three
Three left?
tickets
Three
left.
tickets
right?
left.
So
3 tickets left for
and
this.
Tina called somebody to get 2. So pretty much there's only one
ticket left.
One ticket left.
What the website is?
BlindSpotArtFoundation.com. BlindSpotArtFoundation.com.
Well, that boy said what the website is.
What the website is? That's it.
Yeah, what the website is.
That's it.
Shouts out to everybody watching on Facebook Live.
For real.
My dude Keith,
Thanks for watching.
Beef, and DJ Prince Ice, the living legend, is watching.
Oh.
Ice.
Prince Ice is that dude, man.
Yes.
We're back, Urban City Radio, where we bring you the sounds of boots on the ground. Yo, if you haven't watched us on Facebook Live, you need to tune in. You really need to know what's going on behind the scenes because y'all just missed the where you can get your ticket, the last ticket left, the golden ticket.
Why you said something about it? You shouldn't have said anything about it.
I mean, maybe they can look up and go back.
I mean, they got to go buy it. So go to the website.
Go onto that
Go
website.
onto the website.
And also, we go to have, look like we have a come together, a come to Jesus moment, bringing these women together too. So, and Miss Yvonne, House of Designs. I said it right that time. I got it
Miss
right.
Yvonne
Barely.
Gaines.
Yvonne Gaines' house.
Look, man,
Oh,
we gonna get it right. We gonna get it right. Tell us about your House of Designs.
Okay, myself, I'm the salon owner of Yvonne's House of Design. We're on Gards Ferry Road. I've been in the industry for 35 years, and it's been my life passion. I always reach out and help people. If you call me, I'm there. I volunteer for a lot of different organizations when they need help. We have an organization we work with, helpingvetstoday.org, that does free haircuts for the young men in the community. We have another event, in fact, coming up this weekend where they give away free haircuts for the youth just to give back. Because, like I said, we always do it for the girls. Because I always give back. We do back to school specials where we bring the kids in. I feed them. We give them school supplies. We have an event coming up where we're actually helping part of Pink Pearls. They're donating services for some of the girls for the prom, so they can be hair, makeup for the prom. I have a lot of different organizations that call me that might tell me that I need a young lady that needs some help. And we'll bring them in, youth, talk to them. Sometimes it's single father homes or just single parent homes or just don't have it like that. I work with two outstanding young ladies, Capri and Kia, and we all, if we get a call, we do it because we love this. One reason I got into here in the first place was that feeling of wanting to feel beautiful. So sometimes when you don't feel good, if you make someone else smile, it kind of fills a void. And you come into sometimes and you don't ever know what that person's going through. You know, we're truly almost like therapists. We've had women come in there in situations that we're just almost like prepared to hear. But by the end of the day, from us talking and laughing, we're also a good point. A lot of times we can tell if something's not right in the home. So a lot of people don't realize your hairdresser is very important. And when you have a strong foundation where we do what we're supposed to do, and we really try to help the community. Like I said, we do a lot of outreach, volunteer things. Like I said, if you call me, you have organization, working with Tina with the cancer patients. We do a lot of work privately. I do a lot of work with cancer patients. When they come in and they're, it's nothing like someone who's lost all their hair. They don't feel beautiful anymore. They're fighting this battle. And even though they're winning, it's kind of hard to see on the outside they're winning. So we bring them in. I show them little tips to make them feel normal every day. Because sometimes it's something about just put on eyebrows. When you don't have none, it makes you feel better. So my goal is everyone that comes in the salon, I want them to feel better about themselves. And it's nothing like twirling around and, we see so many tears of like, oh my God, I didn't know I could look like this here. So we do a lot of this. That's why it's really important to volunteer or to talk to people. Like I said, we do with like I said, the community. We do haircuts for them. We have in fact, we just did an event where we had a young lady that we put out for people to donate someone who they felt deserved a makeover.
Yes.
And young lady that won this event, she truly has a story. We got a lot of really good stories but her story really touched us. And her daughter is the one that donated, they put her name in, nominated her for the event. She's had a pretty rough few years. And her mom, she just wanted her mom to feel special for the day. She said, I want my mom to feel beautiful again. So we're bringing her in. We're going to do her hair, makeup. We have an excellent photographer that's going to volunteer his
Visions
services.
Made Plain.
That's it.
Aaron Murphy.
And then she's going to get a photo shoot and everything else. So those are little things, like I said, they don't seem like a lot, but it's a lot to certain people. And I said, we really try to do work like that. Like I said, you can't help everybody, but we try to help as many as we can in the time frame that we do.
So when you're helping out the cancer patients, are you more focused on the youth or teenagers that have cancer, or
anybody, and whether they're young adults, whether they're older women, it doesn't matter. I mean, because it hits all ages.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter if they come in. Sometimes we might see them out in the streets. We've actually brought them in and say, you know what, let me show you something real quick. And
just glam them up a little bit. That's what she said when she got here. She said she is the glam queen. I had to say it once. I want to see how it sounds coming out.
It didn't sound right. But she said that Tina said it.
Yes, we glam. We have a glam room. We take you to the glam bar.
Yes, she really does. There is a glam
Is it like
bar.
sparkly when you walk in? I mean,
It really is.
It really is.
I'm in the vein right now.
I'm nowhere near the vein. I'm nowhere near it.
Yes, it's some sparkle going on. I mean, it's to a minimum because we do service males there also.
Yeah.
You know, we take care of our guys also.
Okay, so I come get my locks straightened.
Yes, we do.
Go in the glam room, right?
No, we won't put you in the glam room.
I'm not going in the glam room.
No, we won't put you in the glam room.
Not going in the
Tell
glam
them about the glam room, boss.
I'm not going. I won't know about it. I won't know
No,
about
we
it.
won't
though.
put you in the glam room, but we are full first
And then we're gonna auction you off.
There you go.
Well, as long as I'm not being
The
rented, I'm
whole
okay.
service.
Put a little powder on so you look good.
You know what? See, I told that I knew that was gonna happen. I knew that was gonna happen. But
I'm saying.
But with the cancer patients, what else do you do for them? I know you come in, show them how to make themselves look beautiful. Is there anything else that you do for them?
Well, we talk so we have an event coming up. The Tina's actually coming up soon, where we're actually we have a young lady that's donating services to make wigs for them. So they'll come in, we'll make their own personal wigs. So a lot of it is basically for education. You know, when they're in there, we help. I try to make sure we connect to a lot of different naturopathic centers and everything, giving things that help just their general health to feel better,
Okay,
inside and out.
cool.
Good.
That's really great because of the fact that a lot of people don't understand like cancer is a big. It seems like it brings everyone down. Yeah. Even if someone says, "Hey, somebody in my family just found out they were diagnosed with cancer," and it's just like bringing the whole mood of a room down. And what you're doing, just flipping it and saying, "Hey, let me show you something." Just this one little thing.
Yeah, it makes a difference to uplift. I lost my father 2 years to cancer.
Wow.
And that was one thing when he was going through. Everybody that visited him, they were so shocked because he was so upbeat. And I always say I try to keep that same positivity. I mean, when they came to give him a word, he gave them a word first. You know, they left out there where they thought they was going to uplift him. He uplifted them. Everybody in the hospital knew him. Everybody knew this man that was giving them tips and trying to make them feel better, even when he was on his deathbed.
Right.
So I try to make sure when they come in there, I don't treat them like, oh my God, you have this here. Keep it positive, you know, because that might, even if it is, you know, toward the end of their journey, it could be the beginning of their journey.
Yeah.
Either way, that moment is going to be special to them. And they always remember, I mean, because even I go into, you know, I go into the funeral homes, you know, I help with the deceased people.
Lord,
Yes.
God bless you. God bless
Well, you know, it's even that, I mean, in death, I try to treat them still like they would do in life. So a lot of my clients, I might know their mother or anything, and I go in and make sure they look the way they looked, not how they try to put them in a casket. I want to look glowing and still youthful.
That's a tough job, man.
Well,
Gracious.
Well, a lot of prayer. When you pray it up and you know what you're doing and know that that's nothing but the shell that the spirit is already going to see the Lord.
Right.
You just want to make them match how you know their spirit was. And sometimes with the funeral directors, they don't know them. They don't know the fire. I had a young lady I did last year. She always wore red lipstick. That was her thing. She was Alzheimer's. But she always wore her red lipstick. So when she went in the tomb, she had her red lipstick. And people were like, she has on red lipstick. Well, you must not have known Miss Bird.
You didn't know her, yeah.
Because Miss Bird always had her red lipstick on. So it's those little touches sometimes that people don't realize can make someone's day. You know, like, so they're sitting in a chair. And like I said, everything's it's not always about the dollar bill because you get the greater reward. So we've always tried to, sometimes we see something going on, we're like, you know what, bring her in here. I got it. You know, I got this. Let me go and take care of this here.
So, you know, just so this isn't a burden on you, how can people donate and sponsor some of these people that might want a haircut to come in so you can continue to do the good works in the city and it ain't going to be a burden on your business also?
Well, we always ask people, we always take volunteers. Like I said, when we are back to school special, if you want to volunteer, you know, school supplies, or like I said, we feed them food. We accept all donations. A lot with us because I do this from my heart, and we have a really good staff. It doesn't really task me because it's something that I want to do. It's part of my give back. You know, I always have to bless others. But we always take donations. Sometimes, like an organization might call it, we work with some of the group homes. and we'll work out a payment where I say, okay, the state will pay such and such a part, so that'll cover that, and then we'll just deduct it down or discount it out so that the state can play their part and they still have services. Because a lot of times the women in these homes, to give them something to look forward to, something similar as I'm gonna get my hair done this week, it'll make them act right, to give them something to look forward to. Because sometimes the other discipline don't work.
Yeah.
But you tell them that you're gonna get your hair flat ironed this week, or it's gonna look poof poof. It's amazing how they'll change around. Same way with the young men. When you take a man and you give him a good haircut,
Oh yeah, it changed the way he walks.
changes.
It changes how
Gives
he
them
carry
dignity.
himself.
so
for
when
a
they come
second.
back, it's like this weekend, giving back to community and doing the little boys' haircuts. When they get a fresh haircut, they don't act as bad because they clean.
That's true.
But those are things that people just don't understand that make a difference.
Yeah.
So I try to make a difference in our little corner of Garners Ferry Road.
Word. We back, Urban City Radio.
Boot
Boot up.
up.
She did that.
Did you just whisper? She whispered it. In.
So your salon is not only like a place where people come just to get G'd up. Well,
Get glammed up. There you go.
No, I'm not
Go
gonna
ahead
say
and say it.
I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. So,
No, because G'd up because the boys get G'd up and the girls get glammed up.
Okay, so that's a come of a release moment. It's like just like the
Yeah, it
barbershop.
is.
Just like the barbershop. The fellas
It
go to the
is.
barbershop and just talk all noise, and yeah, we do that still. But
Oh, absolutely.
but still the ladies come in to you and just release.
Yeah, they
because
do.
sometimes you just have to release what's
You have to. I mean, and even our guys, you'd be surprised. The guys open up where we give full advice, and they'll be like, "Girl, my girl's tripping." Like, okay, what are you doing? So it's easy, and then
What's up,
often,
we doing? What you doing?
It's your fault.
well, no, so sometimes you need that talk outlet. And the thing with us, because we don't have a lot of caddy. We're not caddy in our salon. We welcome all. So
Right.
you come in there. Sometimes, like I said, some other guys don't know what to do. We've helped so many guys. This little stuff. Talking about, well, I brought her home this here. I thought she would like it. No, that's not what we do. But it is a place of release. We try to come in and relax. I mean, I'm a kid-friendly environment. I do, like I said, I don't have a daycare. But I am kid friendly because I was a single mother coming up. And I know that's why I do not ban children from my salon because I was that single mother who had to bring my kids to salon sometimes in the evenings. So we make sure that
That's real, though.
that they come, that they behave, they got their section, they go to run back and play if they want. We got coloring books, they can do what they need to do because we want the mother to say, "Oh, I can't get my hair done because I don't have a babysitter."
Right.
Right.
So we try not to have that type of environment. And that's because I've been there. I know what it feels like not to be able to do that.
And with the group homes, like you right, you know what I'm saying? Like you saying, like you get kids, the little boys especially, because I tell my son, quick, well, I ain't gonna get your haircut. You keep acting like that. It's like, but Daddy, I want to go to the barbershop. All
Change
but
up.
right then. But yeah, just I know what the young ladies would. I mean, adult women do it. I'm about to go get my hair done. Okay, what's your point? we're like, okay, you go ahead and get your hair done. You
Now
look
when you
good,
get that fresh lock done.
No,
huh?
how much-
That fresh twist up.
I'll be good. I'll be good.
be
I'll be
G'd up,
straight.
right?
I'll be straight, and then I go shave, and I'll be real good. But the point is, it's not about me right now.
It's about the people.
But like you said, it changes your demeanor. It changes what you do. Changes how you feel. So that's
It
real
really
good.
does.
So, I just want to say that Miss Yvonne not only does she do that, she also, as far as the business is concerned, you do weddings and
Yes. We do weddings.
Oh, the full
bachelor-
package.
Yeah, full
she does
package.
the full
That's it.
package.
We have wedding deals where we actually will travel to you and do your services as well as on shot. We do photo shoots at the salon. Sometimes you might have a photo shoot coming up, bring in a photographer, get your hair and makeup taken care of. We do, like I said, mass events. If you have like a special day, glam day, proms, pretty much any function that you want to look cute on, just because days, we do that also.
And we're back, Urban City Radio. So if you missed the part going into what you was just hearing, you missed it. You should be tuning in. On
You could have
Facebook
heard
Live.
about how Ice was gonna get glammed up.
No, I
But,
did not say that. That's what you said. So you're going to get that word.
Glammed up.
That's what Jay is going to do.
You know what? Okay,
G'd
before,
up.
hush up.
I'm
Ice.
going to get G'd up.
You know, one thing I keep hearing from both of y'all is this is your heart. This is your heart. I love what I do. What motivated y'all? What got y'all to wanting to do these things? From the art and for the hairs, donating it back to the community. How did y'all get here? What motivated y'all to start doing this?
Well, one thing with me, I don't have one of the horror stories growing up.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up very well. I had two parents that had excellent jobs. Made $30+ 45 years ago. So I don't have that. But I saw so many people who didn't have what I have. So I always tried to give back because I was blessed. And long as, when you're blessed, you're supposed to be a blessing to others. So seeing people and then just, knowing their pain sometimes. Because you have so many people that would just turn a blind eye unnecessarily just because. Whereas one little word from you or one little act of kindness can really change a person's life. I always want to be a person that changes lives. That when you put me in the ground, she changed my life. She touched me. She did this for me. Because that's why I felt I was put here for, to help others. So I'm not good at computers. I can do hair. So if I can help you in that area, I'm going to always do my best to try to make sure, that you feel special.
Right.
What about you, Miss Vanessa?
I'm what people call a prophetic artist.
Okay.
And what that means basically is God has put it in my heart to paint certain paintings. It wasn't like that in the beginning. I was just painting whatever I felt like painting. I turned some jazz music on or whatever, and I'll just start painting. It just flowed out. But anyway, my ministry is through the art. So I can reach people through the art. And with the blind spot art, people can get in touch with themselves. Because no matter how they look at my art, that's just an expression of me. But when they engage in blind spot art for healing, that's an expression of them. And because a lot of times we don't know what people go through a lot of times. And sometimes we just keep it within.
Yeah, bottled up.
Bottled up. And a lot of times people have what I call embedded degradation. They've been rejected so much on different levels that it's just inside them and it's deep within. And sometimes they don't know what's going on with them. They don't even know it's there. I don't know if you ever encountered somebody, you're like, why are they acting like that? Well, they might not even know that they're acting like that. But the blind spot art, helps them do that. So it's a ministry for me. And just acknowledging people and appreciating people from where they are, not for their title and their money or, just for the person, that individual person. And God wants that.
So it sounds like both of y'all are trying to break down the barriers of what people see as a negative and try to empower them and bring out what's really in them.
Yes, definitely. Definitely.
So in other words, they come to you to get the paint out, to paint everything they feeling. Then they go to Yvonne to get to look good,
Get glammed up.
then, okay, whatever. he's just going to continue saying it. Now we said at the beginning of the show that we were not going to say it.
I just had to throw it
The
out
first
there.
dude that was going to say it. But anyway, they come to you. They come to Yvonne to look good, and then go out to the world to show them how beautiful they really are.
Yeah, because sometimes people are they could be so beautiful on the inside and they don't know that they are beautiful on the outside also. I always try to put a little post up and say, tell somebody, you look beautiful today. Some people don't hear it. So sometimes you're in a chair and you do somebody and they realize how beautiful they really are. That can change their whole life for that day and even for their whole week or month. Because so often in society, we're very external, superficial.
Right.
So a lot of times when they don't feel good, to bring them in, like I said, had a little girls that just came in that single father. Her hair was all over her head, and one of my colleagues, Ms. Katasha, she works with youth, and she's like, Vaughn, I got a youth. She needs you. Send her on in. We took care of her so that one, when she goes to school, she doesn't get picked on. Two, her self-esteem, because then also I give them a little tough love. Sometimes I'm like, okay, you too old not to comb your hair. But sometimes it takes somebody else other than a parent or a grandparent to tell them what they need to have done. So we have a shop full of mamas and one that's not a mama who is just as big of a mama bear as the rest of us to tell them, you know, you need to do this here, you need to do this here. So we also kind of aid the parents in, you know, having another voice and a voice that's not the street. Because we're going to tell them right.
Right.
Oh, we'll be back. Urban City Radio. Boot up.
Boot up. And
She did that.
Well, I'm glad
did
you
that.
said that because when we come back, you're going to tell us about all the events going on. And,
Well, we got to get their information.
but that was also going to be a part of that. It was going to be a part of that also.
Tell them how to get.
I was going to let Tina tell all that.
We know it's on Garner's Ferry Road, but we need to know the actual.
She was
address.
going to do all that, Ice.
We know it's in Columbia, but we need to know
Look.
the actual address.
If anybody is looking to be a host of Urban City Radio,
Come on here next.
You have no power to fire me.
really, this is what we doing on air?
Either way, I'm still going to be here because you hear the beautiful music in the background. Who chooses it? Ice. Yes.
Ice.
Baby. To go. And we're back to Urban City Radio. Like we said before, if you're not tuning in on Facebook Live, you miss it because we have a great time.
We're nuts.
But ladies, tell them how everyone can get in contact with you, how they can reach out to you, how they can volunteer, how they can help out.
I can be reached at blindspotartfoundation.com or by email blindspotartfoundation@gmail.com.
Okay.
And I'm at, you can reach us either by our Facebook. We have a Facebook page, Yvonne's House of Design. We also have a website, www.Yvonne's House of Design. We're located physically at 7509 Garners Ferry Road, Suite E, Yvonne's House of Design. The number is 803-695-5055.
Okay. But that's how can volunteers get basically the same way volunteers get in touch with you the same way?
Our contact phone number is 803-477-2587. So they can reach out by telephone or by the email, blindspotartfoundation@gmail.com, or through the website, blindspotartfoundation.com.
And Tina, tell them what's going on this weekend.
Well, of course, we have the Midlands Women on the Move this Saturday. Sorry, but I think there are either 3 or maybe just one ticket left for this event.
Hopefully by the end of the show, none.
So, you know, yeah, definitely. Those 3 tickets need to be gone. Real quick, Miss Yvonne did a glam contest last month, and we picked a winner.
Oh.
And we would like to announce her
Exclusive.
on the radio. Yes.
Urban City Radio.
There you go.
So the winner is Miss Iris Herrera.
Okay.
Word.
She is going to get a full package.
Full package deal.
Full package deal, makeup, hair,
And a photo shoot.
and a photo shoot.
The whole glam package.
Yes, she's gonna get the whole glam package with the makeup and hair is from Miss Yvonne, and the photos are gonna be with Darren Murphy from Visions Made Plain.
Yeah.
Damn.
So we do ask that you stay tuned to Miss Yvonne's page, Yvonne's House of Design page, because she's always running specials. So we definitely want to make sure you guys stay tuned to that. Next Saturday, we also have the Empowerment Walk at Finley Park. Kawan Finch is putting that together. We are still accepting vendors for $25, and the walk is free, but the T-shirts are $15. So we do ask that you guys just hit us up on Facebook. We do have an event page, the Empowerment Walk. We also have the the Lounge. And we have that coming up on March 31st.
Okay.
So that is Christian Base Lounge. And so we'll have artists and things like that there. And so we'll definitely be sharing that type of information as well. And there's much more, but right now it's about these 2 ladies tonight and this weekend.
That's it.
That's pretty much it. And I'm excited because me and my girlfriends, we get to have a glam day with Miss Yvonne this Saturday morning.
Oh, okay.
And Darren Murphy is going to come over and take pictures.
That doggone Darren Murphy.
So we're going to have a great time. We're going to have breakfast and mimosas and
That's before
Mimosas.
the Midlands Women on the
mimosas.
Move.
And then after we take pictures, we pile up into the vehicles and we drive over to the
Midlands Women
on the
Move.
Move, where I am an honoree.
Look at that.
So yeah, it's a full day.
Full day.
Excited. I just love these two ladies.
Well, these two ladies are not going to get together at the end of the show and get some
Put some stuff together.
because this is going to be good. I can
Right.
Absolutely.
Because we have the Pink Out Loud Gala that'll be coming up, and Miss Yvonne is the proceeds from that are going to help make wigs for cancer patients.
Word.
So we definitely we do have a lot going on that's coming up.
Well, stay in the know with Urban City Radio. We'll see y'all next week.
This is Urban City Radio, where we bring you the sounds of boots in the ground. Boot up.
She did that.
She did that.
She did that.
Right.